Alissa. Today I wanted to show you something that was kind of an impulse purchase for me. I'm not somebody that generally, well, it kind of depends on what it is too, as to whether or not I'm willing to splurge on an item. And I was in Ulta the other day and I was telling Rochelle I've been kind of torn about buying this particular product because A, it's pricey, and B, I'm not somebody that can always wear pink well. And I recently, I don't know if people even noticed, I went like 6 or 7 shades darker and went back to my actual natural hair color. Now my natural hair color is gray, but it's supposed to be brown, almost black. And so I'm able to wear pinks just slightly better than I was before. So I decided that if I went to Ulta and got the Naked 3 palette, that worst case scenario, I would have to return it. But here it is, and actually, let me get up here so I can hold it a little bit better for you. I found this at Ulta, and I was surprised that they had several left because, well, one thing, if there's a buzz about a product, generally it tends to, in my opinion, can disappoint. And I'm not always somebody that like runs out when I hear something people are really liking or think is cool. I tend to be a skeptic. And so I was like, you know, I just don't know. But I saw that they had some left, and I was kind of afraid. The city that I live in has decent shopping, but it's not great. And we're not located to anything that's good shopping. I think for us, the closest is like Greensboro, North Carolina, which from here is like 3 hours away. So it's not necessarily like super convenient to go to a Sephora, you know. And I know you can always order things online, but I've not always had the best luck with things online, in particular lipstick, because the like computer swatches, you know, that show up online are not always true to form. And so I was like, I just bit the bullet and I used some Christmas money to get the Naked 3. I love rose gold, mainly because it's a warmer pink. And so here comes the Webster. It makes it slightly easier to wear. And so it came with a sample Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, which I really like their original primer potion. That was another one that I was like, oh, there's so much hype around it, it probably is going to suck. And then I got it and I was like, no, this really does make your eyeshadow stay on all day. But it comes with decent sized samples of the original, which is just like a flesh tone, but I've never found it to alter the color of eyeshadow. Eden, which I'm curious to try because it says it's a nude matte formula. Sin, which is one of their most famous and popular eyeshadow colors, which is kind of like a taupe, and then the anti-aging, which is the same color as the original. So it came with a pretty decent sized sample. I'm very curious to try this Eden one, because I'm somebody that likes my eyeshadow primers to be matte. I just think it adheres better. And then the packaging on this is really pretty. It's metal this time. I know, I'm not sure. I think the second one is also like I don't want to say felt, like that kind of velvet texture to the packaging. And I know the first one is because I own that one. But this is metal, and it's a pretty rose gold color with rose gold lighting on it. And the girl at Ulta told me that they're getting ready to change how they do their packaging, and that the packaging will start being more like this one. So if you like this packaging, then you'll be happy to know that I think they're going to change it. And it opens up and has like kind of a plastic flip top. I actually have not even taken the metal part off. I actually will leave that. It has like a sticker over the mirror, but I'll take that so the sun doesn't make a glare in your eyes. But it comes with a little brush, and I don't know much about the Urban Decay brushes or anything. So this one is just like I guess a crease brush. It's a bigger one, and then this one's more, looks like to me, for liner, you know, or like winging your eyeshadow out or something. But I do like that brush, and it's obviously good quality because it's a little pricier. But it has the same amount of colors that the original Naked has in it. And I'm actually, sorry I keep moving, I'm trying to get up close to the camera so you guys can see the colors true to form. And what they're showing up on camera is exactly what they look like in person. I don't feel like the lighting is altering this at all. But it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 colors. And it ranges from, there are some mattes and some shimmers, which I like that it's not all one or either. but I will just go through and tell you the names. It's the kind of matte, it's a matte nude that has just a slight pink to it. It's called Strange. And then Dust is like just a rosy pink. It's a light pink shimmer. And then, my stomach's growling, did you guys hear that? And then Burnout is kind of just a shimmery rose. And the only thing that I don't like about this is like this section right here are just kind of variations of the same color. And so if you don't like that, I wouldn't suggest this palette. And then the next one is Limit, which is a matte, kind of like a mauve color. And then Buzz is the shimmery, actually let me refer to the box so I don't have to keep flipping this over. Buzz is the kind of like shimmery cranberry color. And then there is Trick, which is more of like a actual rose gold color. And then there's Nooner, which is a dark mauve color. And then Liar is kind of like a light raisin, which I really like. And then Factory is a darker kind of, I would describe that as kind of a raisin, sort of a purple or plum color. And then there's Mugshot, which is like just a straight up taupe with just a tiny bit of purple to it. And then Dark Side is a dark, I would describe that as an eggplant. And then Blackheart is a black with a red, kind of a reddish gold shimmer to it. But let me show these to you on my hands. I'll do them maybe 4 at a time so you can kind of see. And they're not, some of them are a little more pigmented than others, which that's kind of been the only complaint that I've heard about this. But here are the first 4. And you can kind of, well, let me hold it that way so you can actually see it. You can kind of see like the level of pigmentation in them, which is all good. The only thing that is a little tricky is I've noticed that the shimmer colors in this palette, and also it's kind of the same way in the original Naked, tend to flake and be a little more crumbly. And so they're just slightly harder to work with. But the mattes in these are amazing. And then the next 4, look like this. These are kind of the more mauve-y, raisiny colors. They look kind of like that. And then the last 4 I feel like are kind of the most interesting out of the palette. They have the most variety to them. And so we have Factory. And I'll try to post a picture of this on Instagram too so you guys can kind of see actually what it looks like up close, because I know in videos it's hard. Now when you look at these on my hand, they're going to look like they're almost identical, but they're really not. The one on the end is a black. This one is definitely black, and then this one's the eggplant and the taupe. These 2 are probably the most similar. This one's like just a darker, matter version of this one. And as you can see, they're like pretty... very, very pigmented, a little bit messy. But I really like this palette so far. It's different, you know, from something that I would normally buy with the pinks and the purples. I think I especially like the more, this side of the palette that leans more purple or raisin colored, because that's kind of fun for fall and just something different. And it works well. I have hazel eyes, and it works well with hazel eyes. And then this is definitely more for you that like kind of more pink colors. I think it'll be fun for people to play around with spring being our next season after, well, it's not, I keep thinking it's winter. It's not winter for a few more days, but after winter is over and spring gets here, I think this will be a really fun palette for people to play with, like the more pink side of it. But anyway, that's that. And, you know, to be honest with you, I think if I was going to get one of the Naked palettes and I didn't have one, I don't think that this would necessarily be my first choice, because I don't think that it's it's gonna be for everybody. You know, it's kind of, pink is one of those things that is trickier for different skin tones. I mean, me, you know, I am like as white, Webster, cut it out. I'm about as white as you can get, like short of being albino. And so, you know, I have a hard time wearing a lot of colors that somebody say like Rochelle that has a more like olive skin tone can get away with. And so I would suggest if you don't have any of them and want to splurge on one for Christmas, I think probably the first one has the most variety and colors that will work for everybody. And the second one is good, but it's kind of just a variation of the first one. And I think this is just more if you're into like trendier colors, or you just like pinks or purples. But anyway, hopefully that was helpful to you guys, and sorry about the video. I'm trying to do it on my phone today, and so it's not, I don't have like the zoom option and all that kind of stuff. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. It was $52, and then I had a coupon from where I don't know how the Ulta point system works, but I had earned like so many points that I got like a 20% off coupon. And so I got a little bit off of it. But you might even want to wait till after Christmas, because right now where it's new, none of the Ulta coupons are applying to. But I would definitely go in and check it out and see if it's something you're interested in. It's good quality, long lasting, all that good stuff. And hopefully that was helpful. And I will talk to you later. Bye.